ਸ੍ਰੀ ਵਾਹਿਗੁਰੂ ਸਾਹਿਬ ਜੀਓ। ਧਨਾਸਰੀ ਮਹੱਲਾ ਪਹਿਲਾ। ਘਰ ਪਹਿਲਾ ਚਉਪਦੇ। ਇਕ ਓੰਕਾਰ ਸਤਿਨਾਮ ਕਰਤਾ ਪੁਰਖ ਨਿਰਭਉ ਨਿਰਵੈਰ ਅਕਾਲ ਮੂਰਤ ਅਜੂਨੀ ਸੈਭੰ ਗੁਰ ਪ੍ਰਸਾਦ। ਜਿਉ ਡਰਤ ਹੈ ਆਪਣਾ ਕੈਸਿਓ ਕਰੀ ਪੁਕਾਰ ਦੁਖ ਵਿਸਾਰਨ ਸੇਵਿਆ ਸਦਾ ਸਦਾ ਦਾਤਾਰ। ਜਿਉ ਡਰਤ ਹੈ ਆਪਣਾ ਕੈਸਿਓ ਕਰੀ ਪੁਕਾਰ ਦੁਖ ਵਿਸਾਰਨ ਸੇਵਿਆ ਸਦਾ ਸਦਾ ਦਾਤਾਰ। ਸਾਹਿਬ ਮੇਰਾ ਨੀਤ ਨਵਾ ਸਦਾ ਸਦਾ ਦਾਤਾਰ ਰਹਾਉ। ਅਨ ਦਿਨ ਸਾਹਿਬ ਸੇਵੀਐ ਅੰਤ ਛਡਾਏ ਸੋਏ। ਸੁਣ ਸੁਣ ਮੇਰੀ ਕਾਮਣੀ ਪਾਰ ਉਤਾਰਾ ਹੋਏ। ਦਿਆਲ ਤੇਰਾ ਨਾਮ ਤਰਾਂ ਸਦ ਕੁਰਬਾਨੈ ਜਾਉ ਰਹਾਉ। ਸਰਬੰਗ ਸਾਚਾ ਏਕ ਹੈ ਦੂਜਾ ਨਾਹੀ ਕੋਇ। ਤਾਕੀ ਸੇਵਾ ਸੋ ਕਰੇ ਜਾ ਕਉ ਨਦਰ ਕਰੇ। ਤੁਧ ਬਾਜ ਪਿਆਰੇ ਕੇਵ ਰਹਾ ਸਾ ਵਡਿਆਈ ਦੇ। ਜਿਤ ਨਾਮ ਤੇਰੇ ਲਾਗ ਰਹਾ ਦੂਜਾ ਨਾਹੀ ਕੋਇ। ਜਿਸ ਆਗੇ ਪਿਆਰੇ ਜਾਏ ਕਹਾ ਰਹਾਉ। ਸੇਵੀ ਸਾਹਿਬ ਆਪਣਾ ਅਵਰ ਨਾ ਜਾਚਉ ਕੋਇ। ਨਾਨਕ ਤਾਕਾ ਦਾਸ ਹੈ ਬਿੰਦ ਬਿੰਦ ਚੁਖ ਚੁਖ ਹੋਏ। ਸਾਹਿਬ ਤੇਰੇ ਨਾਮ ਵਿਟਹੁ ਬਿੰਦ ਬਿੰਦ ਚੁਖ ਚੁਖ ਹੋਏ। ਨਾਨਕ ਤਾਕਾ ਦਾਸ ਹੈ ਬਿੰਦ ਬਿੰਦ ਚੁਖ ਚੁਖ ਹੋਏ। ਸਾਹਿਬ ਤੇਰੇ ਨਾਮ ਵਿਟਹੁ ਬਿੰਦ ਬਿੰਦ ਚੁਖ ਚੁਖ ਹੋਏ। ਵਾਹਿਗੁਰੂ ਜੀ ਕਾ ਖਾਲਸਾ ਵਾਹਿਗੁਰੂ ਜੀ ਕੀ ਫਤਿਹ। ਸੰਗਤ ਜੀ, today's ਪਾਵਨ ਪਵਿੱਤਰ ਹੁਕਮਨਾਮਾ ਸਾਹਿਬ ਜੀ from Sachkhand Sri Darbar Sahib, Sachkhand Sri Harmandir Sahib Ji is on Ang 660. And this Shabad Sangat Ji is by Dhanaasaree Guru Nanak Dev Ji Sache Paatshah Ji in Dhanaasaree Raag. Sangat Ji the Sarlekh Dhanaasaree mahalaa pehilaa, ghar pehilaa, Chau-Padhay. Chau means four, Padhay means, we can translate that to sections, to parts. So stanzas. ਚਾਰ ਪੌੜੀਆਂ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਇਹ ਸ਼ਬਦ ਹੈ। So it's in four stanzas. So ਪਾਤਸ਼ਾਹ ਜੀ start off with the ਮੰਗਲਾ ਚਰਨ। ਇੱਕ ਓੰਕਾਰ, ਇੱਕ ਓੰਕਾਰ ਸੰਗਤ ਜੀ, that one that everything has come from, that one Vaheguru ji, ਓੰ, from that sound, ਓੰ, that sound that all the creation came from, that sound that we exist in now, that sound is the creating Shakti, the creative power, the sustaining power, the destructive power. And that represents the Maya. We live within this world. ikOankaar, Kar means lagatar, that one that is constant. Sangat ji, and then Paatshah ji saying Satnam, Satnam, the only truth Sangat is Sat, is that one is the truth. Everything else is going to come to an end. Everything else has a beginning and an end, but only that one is the truth. Naam, the name of that one is Sat, is the truth. Satnam. Karta, Karta means the doer, the one that is doing everything. It is that one that is doing everything. Purakh, Purakh means being. Karta, Purakh, that one is that being that is doing everything. Nirabhau, that one is fearless. Niravair, that one has no enmity, has no hatred. Akaal, that one is beyond time. Moorat, that one is the image of akaal, of beyond time. Ajoonee, Ajoonee, that one is outside of the circle of birth and death. Saibhan, That one is self-illuminated, meaning there was nobody that created that one, and that one, all the knowledge derives from within that one, Gur Prasaadh, to have union, to have realization of that one, Gur Prasaadh, that can be attained by Gur Prasaadh. Prasaadh means kirpa, grace. By the kirpa, the grace of Gur, of a Guru that is one with that one. So Sangat Ji, this Shabad starts with Jiyo dart hai apna kaisyo kari pukar. There's a background to this Shabad, Sangat Ji. And this Shabad is when Guru Nanak Dev Ji Pacha Ji, Sant Gyani Gurbachan Singh Ji tell us of this, that when Guru Nanak Dev Ji Pacha Ji went and settled in Kartarpur Sahib, established Kartarpur Sahib, where they settled for the last around approximately 13 to 15 years of their life, of their physical life, Guru Nanak Dev Ji Pacha Ji within their physical body, maaf karna. During that time, Guru Nanak Dev Ji Pacha had come back from their udasis, from their travels of saving thousands upon thousands of people from drowning in this world full of attachment. But when Guru Nanak Dev Ji Pacha Ji returned back, Mata Sulakhani Ji, Guru Nanak Dev Ji Pacha Ji's wife, that Mata Sulakhani Ji that only took Guru Nanak Dev Ji Pacha Ji as a husband before this, that Mata Sulakhani Ji that didn't have that tang, didn't have that catch, that yearning to meet Vaheguru Ji previous to this. But now when Guru Nanak Dev Ji Pacha Ji's come back, she's now seeing her husband as a Guru. Now she's seeing Guru Nanak Dev Ji Pacha Ji, how many thousands that they have saved. And now she's starting to think about herself. Now Mata Sulakhani Ji is thinking about her age now. She's getting older and older. She starts to think that time is getting closer when I leave this world. That time is getting closer for when I have to actually meet with death. So Mata Sulakhani Ji is now, from inside, she's full of pain. She's full of pain and is now wanting to connect to Vaheguru Ji, and is thinking about within her mind, are the Jamdoots, what happens? Is it the messengers of death that take us away? That I want to have that connection with Vaheguru Ji now. So she goes to Guru Nanak Dev Ji Pacha Ji, but not today as a wife. She doesn't go to them as Guru Nanak Dev Ji Pacha Ji being her husband, but she now goes to Guru Nanak Dev Ji Pacha Ji as her Guru. And Sangat Ji, and this is something we can all relate to, especially during this period of so many people we are hearing of, even people that we know, that we've come across with, that we've actually had Sangat with, we've spent time with, we've known. Sangat Ji, we've spent time, and they are dying because of this virus that is spreading at the moment. And Sangat Ji, so within our heart is that cry, is that pain. That pain is, we're afraid. We've got this fear inside, just like Mata Sulakhani Ji did. There's many of us that have got that pain inside, thinking, now what is going to happen next? What's going to happen about my job? What's going to happen financially? When is this all going to get back to normal? When am I going to get to see my elderly parents? All these things, this fear inside, Sangat Ji. But the truth is, when we find that contentment and that connection to Vaheguru Ji, all that pain, that fear will start to dispel. And let's now put ourselves in the shoes of Mata Sulakhani Ji, and let's all come together today to do the same ardas, that same cry and that plea that she took to Guru Nanak Dev Ji Sache Pacha Ji. Jiyo dart hai apna. She said to Guru Nanak Dev Ji Pacha, she says, I'm my Jiyo here, Sangat Ji, meaning from inside of dart, I've got this fear. मैं डरदी पईयां अंदरों, मेरा जी कंबदा पिया आ, that I'm shaking from inside. Jiyo dart hai apna. And then Mata Sulakhani Ji, now let's just take this now. You know the background, but we'll put it onto ourselves now, that we're doing this benti. Sangat Ji, let's go deep inside and put our hands together of our heart and say to our Guru Nanak Dev Ji Sache Pacha, saying, Jiyo darta ha apana. I'm experiencing this fear at the moment, thinking that what will happen? Will death come to me as well? Will it come to one of my family members? What's going to happen? This uncertain time. during this uncertain time, it can become a very powerful time of ardas, and say that kaisyo kari pukar. Kaisyo means to whom. मैं केदे अगे हुन अरदास करा, because she's come to Guru Nanak Dev Ji Pachi. Why is she saying this, that to whom shall I do ardas, even though she's saying she's taken her pain to Guru Nanak Dev Ji? Because Sangat Ji, previous to this, she didn't have that connection, she didn't have that disciple guru relationship with Guru Nanak Dev Ji. So almost like in this humility with her head down, saying, I only saw you as a husband, I only complained to you before that why are you leaving the children. So now I'm even scared to say, can I even do this ardas to you? Sangat Ji, sometimes we feel, am I even worthy to say this to my guru? Will my guru even help me? And they say that kaisyo kari pukar, to whom shall I cry? मैं केदे कोल जाके रोमा हूँ? To who shall I cry now? And Sangat Jiyo, Guru Nanak Dev Ji Sache Paatshah Ji, they said in return, ਕਹਿਣ ਲੱਗੇ Guru Nanak Dev Ji Paatshah Ji, ਕਹਿੰਦੇ ਸੁਲੱਖਣੀ, ਕਹਿੰਦੇ ਸੁਣ. And they saying to us now, our guru saying to us now, ਕਹਿੰਦੇ of course you can cry to me. And Guru Nanak Dev Ji Pachi saying back to us now, Dukh visaran sevaya, that is serve that one. That serve means simran. Simran here, serve here means simran, means to remember. Saying Dukh visaran sevaya, remember that one. Which one? Dukh visaran, the one that takes away our dukh, our pain and suffering. Visaran, that takes it away for us. Dukh visaran sevaya, Sada Sada Datar, because that one is forever the giver. That one Vaheguru Ji will never refuse us. That one Vaheguru Ji, when from deep inside, when Vaheguru Ji sees we're in that pain, we're suffering, and when Vaheguru Ji sees that we've gone to our Guru with this pukar, with this cry, Vaheguru Ji is constantly ready. Sada Sada Datar. It's not that Vaheguru Ji gives to us once and says, "Nahi, bahut deta tenu. I've given you plenty now. Look, how many times have you come crying to me, and now you've come again? How many times have you done this before? I've seen this before." No, Vaheguru Ji won't say that to us. We might get fed up with someone saying, "La, tu bas hun ahi kari jana. Agge vi ronda aaya saga mere kol hun fir aage aaya." Vaheguru Ji is not going to get fed up with us. Vaheguru Ji Sada Sada Datar is that one that is constantly ready to give in every moment. That's why Pachi says in the next Pangati, Sahib mera neet nava, because my Guru Nanak Dev Ji Pachi kende Sulakhani suno, and they're saying to us, Sikho, listen to this, Sahib, my Sahib, you know that master that I remember, Guru Nanak Dev Ji Pachi is saying, mera neet nava. He's constantly new, brand new, like that car in that showroom, brand new, hasn't been used before, shining. What does that actually mean? It means my Vaheguru Ji never gets tired, never gets fed up with us. When we go to Vaheguru Ji, it's like we've gone to Vaheguru Ji for the first time. That's how Vaheguru Ji will react to us, like this is the first time it's happening. Vaheguru Ji will be new for us every time we go with that cry. They won't be fed up. Sahib mera neet nava. And Sangat Ji, these are qualities that we can try and adapt in our life as well. That when somebody comes crying to us in pain, how do we react to them? Do we react to them being new, or do we react to them saying, oh my God, oh my God, I can't believe they're still on that same note. But Sangat Ji, no, let's become new and let's react to that situation like it's the first time, and dealing with it for what it is right in that moment, and not from what's stuck in our memory. Oh my God, I'm being all there. So Sangat Ji, Sahib mera neet nava, Sada Sada Datar. And then Guru Nanak Dev Ji Pachi is saying again that Vaheguru Ji is that constant giver again. But let's do ardas. Let's become conscious that we become like that. We're constantly, always able to give that gift of giving our shoulder, of helping somebody, of saying to them that it's okay, that we're going to get through this, and finding new ways of dealing with whatever situations occur within our families. A husband and wife, they go through so many struggles, but every time something comes up again, it doesn't matter how many times it's come up before, we look at it as a new situation and let's find new ways to try and resolve that situation. So we keep everything new and fresh. ਸੰਗਤ ਜੀ ਰਹਾਓ ਪਾਚੀ ਸਿੰਘ ਵਿਸਰਾਮ ਲੈ ਕਰਕੇ ਇੱਥੇ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਇਸ ਬਾਰੇ ਵਿਚਾਰ ਕਰੋ. ਪਾਚੀ ਸਿੰਘ, pause here, stop and reflect on what Guru Sahib ji, on these words. So Sangat ji, let's take that deep inside, that when I go to Guru Nanak Dev ji, and we cry to Guru Nanak Dev ji has given us the answer that Vaheguru ji is constantly new and ready to give you. Give. And then taking that contemplation, that Sadhguru ji, give me the strength as well when my partner, when my child comes to me, that I'm able to deal with it as a new situation every time, and I'm still able to give something. So Sangat ji, Anandin Sahib Seviye, Guru Nanak Dev ji Pach, kende that Sahib, that master, kende, when do you serve? When do you remember that master? Kende Anandin, night and day. Anandin Sahib Seviye, just like Pachi says, Saas Simraho, Gobind. Kende, with every breath, kende, remember that one. Ant Chadae Soe, kende, Sulakhani, kende to fikna, kende, Ant vich unni shodona tenu. Ant vich, in the end, it's only that one that will actually help you to become liberated. Ant Chadae Soe. If we're remembering Vaheguru ji, just like Guru Arjan Dev ji Paach ji said to us, kende, sun sakhi man jap pyar ajamal udreya kehe ek baar. Just like Ajamal the papi. And Sangat ji, this you can watch in more detail because my sister Gurpreet Kaur from Malaysia is doing the series of the Pagats, and she will go through Ajamal as well. Ajamal, that sinner, it said that Ajamal udreya kehe ek baar. During his last breath of his life, he said Narayan. All his life he had been a sinner, but Ajamal Udreya was saved kehe ek bar, just saying Vaheguru ji once, saying Narayan once, but he said it with complete focus and concentration, and he was with that, and he was connected to Vaheguru because he had that pain inside, and he said Narayan from inside his whole. Just like Pach says that Nimak Simrat Jit Chute. They're saying that Nirban Kirtan Gavho Karte Ka. Can they sing the praises of that one? Can they Nirban Kirtan Gavho Karte Ka Nimak Simrat Jit Chute? Of that one, even in that moment that it takes for you to blink your eye, Nimak Simrat, remembering that one, even for that moment it takes for you to blink your eye, Nimak Simrat Jit Chute, you can escape from the cycle of birth and death. You can escape from the messengers of death that having to drag us out of this body because we're so attached on wanting to stay here. Jamal was saved in that last moment. But if we nirban with complete desirelessness, that's what it means. Nirban means to be desireless, not wanting anything else but Vaheguru ji. Just like Kanki eke dars tuharo nanak un sang mohe udaro. When I've only got Kanki, one desire, Kanki ek one, eke dars tuhara, and that is to have your vision. When we say Narayan in that way, when we say Vaheguru ji in that way, Pach saying Ant Chadaye Soe, in the end, that's what will help us. That's what will help us become liberated. Sun sun meri kamani. Kamani Sangat ji can be translated in many different ways. Kamani can be translated to a wife. So Guru Nanak Dev ji Pacha ji is actually saying this to Mata Sulakhani ji. But Kamani Sangat ji also can be translated to us talking to our mind, saying, hey Kamani, oh my mind that is full of desires, sun, listen. Let's say this to our mind. Listen, sun, meri Kamani, my mind that is full of desires, par utara hoye. In this way, you will become saved if you constantly, day and night, if you stay in the Simran, in the remembrance of that Vaheguru ji. Diyal tera naam tara. Diyal, hey compassionate Vaheguru ji, tere naam tara. How am I going to be saved? How do I remember Vaheguru ji? Tere naam tara. Connecting to your name, I will be saved. So Guru Sahib Ji has given us the mantra of Vaheguru. When we connect ourselves to this Shabad, to Vaheguru, 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 with full concentration when we do our mantra, Sangat Ji, coming from deep inside from our core, and then being conscious of when we reciting Vaheguru, Vaheguru, and then Vaheguru's gun comes into our mind. Our thoughts become shubh, our thoughts become pure, our speech becomes pure, our actions become pure. And that's why we say in the Ardas as well, we say 3 times, Chit Ave. When we say that Chit Ave, that we remember that one, and it said that Vaheguru, Vaheguru, Vaheguru Chit Ave. That 3 modes, Man Bach Karam Sangat Ji. And then Pache is saying, Sadkur Bane Jao, that I am a constant, forever sacrifice, Rahao, sacrifice to that one, the one that takes the name of Vaheguru Ji. I am a sacrifice to the name of Vaheguru Ji that helps save us. Rahao, Sarbang, Sacha, Ekaha, that one that we're trying to connect with. Where is that one? That one, Sarbang. Sarb means all, Ang means inside. That one is inside of everything, everyone. Sarbang Sacha, that true Vaheguru Ji ek hai. That one Vaheguru Ji is spread out within everything. Ape har ek rang hai, ape bahurangi. It's our minds that fool us when we see this bahurangi, this many different variations and colors, different shapes, different people and creatures, and we think it's all separate to Vaheguru Ji. But no, Sarbang Sacha ek hai. That one is equally amongst everything. So when we start to recognize, and through Naam we start to see Vaheguru Ji vibrating within everything, and then we treat everyone, everything as Vaheguru Ji. We treat their animals as Vaheguru Ji. We treat people like Vaheguru Ji. We treat everything as Vaheguru Ji, because that gyan has come inside of us now. Gur prasaadh bujjya jan vekha har ek hai. With the Guru giving me the understanding now that I've understood that wherever I look, there is only but that one. Taki seva so kare. So when we connect to that one, Sangat Ji, how do we serve that one? We serve that one. The Gyan has been given us through Sarbang. We Taki Seva So Kare, Jako Nadar Kare. How are we able to remember that one? If Jako Nadar Kare, if that one glances their Meher Pari, that merciful vision upon us. Meaning we have to position ourselves correctly to get Guruji's glance. We have to be in humility when we come into that absolute nimr, that absolute, when we lower ourselves and make that joli, and then that mehr will come on us, and then we'll be able to remember Vaheguru Ji. When we're in pride, when we think that we're better than someone else, that kirpa can never flow in, that grace can never flow in, that vision can never come on us. Who gets that vision? Nicha andar neech jaat neechi hu at neech, nanak tinke sang saath vadya syo kya rees. Jithe neech samalien tithe nadar teri baksis. Jithe neech, you look after those that are neech, those that are low. When you become low like Bidar, who was the minister of the king in Mahabharat, but he was a dasi put, he was the son of a maid, but Krishna Ji went and stayed at his house because he had humility from inside. That's why Gurbani says, Rajan, kaun tumhare aave. This is jaisa pao bidr ko dekhyo, oh greeb mohe paave. This says that greeb is pleasing to me, that greeb, the one that has humility. When we live in humility, then Vaheguru Ji will glance their nadar on us, and then will be constant remembrance of Vaheguru Ji, and then Sangat Ji, and then we won't treat when we get into these little arguments with our partners, and we start to treat those that we say we love, we start treating them like enemies. But no, then that even our devotion will become towards everything, then not just towards one direction. Then we'll be devoted even to our partners, to our children. We'll do everything with absolute devotion. Sangat Ji, Nirpach Ji kehne to the baaj pyare kev raha. How can I live without you, Vaheguru Ji? ਗੁਰੂ ਨਾਨਕ ਦੇਵ ਜੀ ਪਾਤਸ਼ਾਹ ਸਿੰਘ ਕਹਿੰਦੇ to ਮਾਤਾ ਸੁਲੱਖਣੀ ਜੀ ਕਹਿੰਦੇ ਸੁਲੱਖਣੀ ਕਹਿੰਦੇ ਤੁਧ ਬਾਜ ਪਿਆਰੇ ਕੇਵ ਰਹਾ ਕਹਿੰਦੇ experience this, know this, that one is in our breath. How can I live without you, Vaheguru ji? And when we start to recite Vaheguru ji's name, the more and more we start becoming connected, we realize how can I live without you? Sa vadiyai de, give me this greatness. Jit naam tere lag raha, that I can remain constantly attached to your name, Vaheguru ji. Naam tere lag raha, that I can remain a lag, also can be translated to addicted. That let me become addicted to your name, Vaheguru ji. And then Pacha ji saying, Duja nahi koi jis aage pyare jaye kahan. Guru Nanak Dev ji Pacha kende Sulakhani, look deep inside. The truth is, there is nobody else that we can go to. Jis aage pyare jaye kahan, that I can go and speak to, that I can go and cry to. Go and cry to that Vaheguru ji that is sitting inside. Rahau सेवी साहिब अपना अवर ना जाचों कोय रहाओ विश्राम दे करके, reflecting. And then Pach saying सेवी साहिब अपना, serve that one that is your own. Remember that one that is yours, that is a part of you, that is inside of you. अवर ना जाचों कोय, don't beg in front of anybody else. Beg to that one that is sitting inside of you. When we silent the mind from trying to run around, going to everyone here and there. But before we go anywhere else, before Sadhguru ji sends us to any Mahapurkh, to any great being, to any Sant, to any Gurmukh, first, Sangat ji, let's go deep inside. And then, Jancho ko, why beg in front of anyone else? Meaning that go deep inside of yourself and beg to that one that is listening, and then see the magic happen. But we've got to beg. This came up in one of the other Hukamnaamas the other day, but we've got to beg truly from inside to Vaheguru ji, we don't need to go anywhere else. Then Sangat ji, and then Vaheguru ji will make things happen. And then Vaheguru ji will make us go to the right places. But remember Sangat ji, we go to our Guru, we do a beinti to Guru Sahib, and Guru Sahib says to us that connect to your inside as well. And Guru Sahib ji will help us to connect inside. So I don't want to confuse anyone that thinking that we can't go to Guru Sahib to do an ardas because Guru Nanak Dev ji saying go to Vaheguru ji. We put as a Sikh our pain in front of Guru Granth Sahib ji. We cry to Guru Nanak Dev ji, and Guru Nanak Dev ji Pacha ji then helps us to connect to that Vaheguru ji that is sitting inside. Guru Nanak Dev ji teaches us how to beg that Vaheguru ji that is sitting inside. So we could be constantly doing ardas to that one that is inside. Nanak taka das hai, bind bind chuk chuk hoy. Guru Nanak Dev ji Pacha saying, kende, listen, I'll tell you who I'm a servant of. I'm the servant of that one, that master that is immersed in everything, that is sarbang sacha ekaha, that is inside of everything. Guru Nanak Dev ji said, I'm a das, a servant of that one. I serve that one wherever that one is. That one is in everything, so I serve everything. Guru Nanak Dev ji saying as a servant. Nanak taka das hai. Sangat ji, we could serve somebody with just speaking sweetly to them. If we speak sweetly to somebody, we've served Vaheguru ji. If we speak bitterly to someone, then we've just turned our back on remembering Vaheguru ji. We say Guru Mantra, we say Vaheguru, Vaheguru to open our mind to see that one in everyone else. And then when we see that one in everyone else and we speak sweet words to them in humility, then I'm still serving that one. I am serving that one. When I look after the environment and I'm more conscious in what I'm using, I'm serving that one. Not using too much plastic that can't be recycled. When I'm living consciously like that, I'm serving that one. There's so many ways to serve that one, Sangat ji. Guru Nanak Dev ji say, I am a servant to that one that is in everything. Nanak taka das hai, bind, every little bit of me. Chuk means that every little part of me is the servant of that one. Sahib tere naam vitho. Guru Nanak Dev Ji says, oh my master, I'm a sacrifice to your name, because it's your name. Because reciting your name again and again, barang bar prab japiye, pi amrit ihu mantra piye. When I'm reciting your name again and again and again and again, that's what's got me to see you in everything. So I am a sacrifice to your name. Bind bind, chuk chuk hoye. Every little bit of me is a sacrifice to your name. Rahau. And then Pachi saying, reflect on this. Make every bit of yourself a servant of that one. That servant, Sangat Ji, let's do ardas that we can become that servant. Let's do ardas that we are positioned in the right place, where in humility we beg, and Guru Sahib Ji can give us that naam tere lag raha, that I'm able to attach myself to your name. And then but jako nadar kare, only when the nadar is there. Let's beg Pacha Ji for that nadar. And when we beg with humility, Pacha Ji will glance their vision on us, will be attached to Vaheguru Ji's name. Attaching to Vaheguru Ji's name will give us that realization that one is in everything. So Sangat Ji, I beg you and ask you, Sangat Ji, to forgive me for all my mistakes that I have made. That Sangat Ji, give me your asisa, give me your blessings, that we're able to, as a team, basics of Sikhi, everything's 13 basics of Sikhi, is able to continue to do this. We're connecting, helping ourselves connect to Gurbani, and then spreading Gurbani to the rest of the world, so that we can start remembering Vaheguru Ji and living and experiencing Sukh, that constant, that forever bliss that doesn't leave us.